I didn't see it coming until it happened. It felt horrible to be in the accident. At first I thought I was really gonna die. I was on my way to work. It was at 7 in the morning, and I was traveling down Etowanda Avenue towards my work, and I was coming up to the intersection of Arrow and Etowanda. I had a green light, and I was going through the green light, and as soon as it turned yellow, the other party was in the yield turn lane, and as soon as the light turned yellow, I was 3/4 of the way through the intersection, and he gassed it with his wheels turned, and we went head on. I had no time to even get on the brakes. A bunch of people pulled over asking if I was alright, and I wasn't. The other person needed a band-aid, and that was it, and he went home. I had to go to the hospital and get x-rays of my back and my knee and a bunch of problems from it. The whole driver's front wheel was pushed into the cab of the car, that it pushed the floorboards under the pedals and pushed the pedals up. It pushed the floorboards up to the pedals and put my knees into the dash. And I was lucky that I had just recently replaced all the clutch mechanism in the car, so I had all the dash plastics off still. And if I didn't, my legs would have been pinned in the car because there was an extra 5 inches of plastics that were gone. So if they were there, I would have been stuck in the car. It twisted the car all the way across its roof and all the way across the underside of the car, like right behind the driver's and passenger front seat. It twisted the car. Like you could see when the car was on the tow truck, you could see that it twisted the undercarriage of the car. That the car was completely ruined, that there was no saving the shell of the car. The only thing that possibly was savable was like the rear part of the car, like the back windows, the back hatch, the motor from the front core support. It pushed all that back and sheared all the pulleys in the front of the motor off and dropped the oil pan and smushed the battery, so there's battery acid everywhere. The car was a complete wreck, like unsavable in any sense of the word. And it was a week after I had just got it all done. A total of about $15,000 with the cost of the car in parts and labor and time, and the time wasn't even put into consideration with the $15,000. It was basically just parts that added up to all that cost to get that car the way I had it. It was a couple $1,000s away from being a show car, and it's gone. It really kills me. Like, it hurts my heart that my car's gone, because that was my car. I built it. I tried to go to work, and all my bosses were seeing that I was in pain, that they told me to do something about it. And that's what was the final straw and made me pursue your guys' help. Everybody was telling me not to call an attorney because it would be pointless, because I wouldn't get anything out of it, because I was driving a car that was PLPD and it wasn't full coverage, and the other kid didn't have insurance, and that brought a red flag to me and made me think, oh, I should get an attorney. I'm glad I called you guys, and if it ever happens again, I'm going to call you guys right back, because everything went smooth, everything was good, and I'm not in the red anymore because of the accident, which is the whole reason I called you guys. I didn't want to be at a financial hardship because of something that somebody else caused.